I am going to tell you the one secret that instantly makes your scenes more realistic, more dramatic, and more emotionally believable. And it works no matter what genre you're writing in, because this one choice will make your scenes feel like they're happening in a world that actually exists. And if you stick around till the end, I promise you this, you're never going to write another boring scene again. If you're new here, my name is Miguel Parga. I am the best-selling author of What They Didn't Teach You in Film School and Make Your Own Movies. And I've been teaching people how to make films that matter for the last 18 years. And if there's one consistent struggle I see filmmakers run into, it's this. They have big dreams, big visions, but they don't know how to anchor that vision to reality. They don't know how to make their movie feel like it comes from a world that's real. So in this video, I'm giving you a trick that automatically makes scenes more believable. You've seen it a million times. You just haven't noticed it yet. Here it is. The one secret that makes scenes realistic is this. Put your character to work. That's it. Give your character a real activity, a real job, a real process, something physical, something with steps, something they're good at. Because when the audience sees a character doing something expertly, they believe the world is real, even if the world is insane. And here's the weird part about this. This works even when the audience has no idea what correct looks like. They don't need facts, they need confidence. Listen, if your stories aren't landing the way you want them to, my new mini course From Meh to Masterpiece breaks down the hidden code behind stories that actually work. Stop guessing and start connecting with the audience. Download my mini course now. The link is below. Here's the part that still surprises me even after teaching it for years. The audience loves watching people work. It's one of the strangest human instincts. If we see someone as an expert, we relax, we lean in, we enjoy watching competence. It doesn't even matter what the job is. There are videos on YouTube right now with millions of views of people laying brick, cooking, shining shoes, cutting hair, fixing motorcycles. And the point isn't the activity. The point is the expertise. The feeling that that person knows what they're doing. Think about this. Have you ever been in your apartment, looked out the window, and seen someone in another apartment doing something basic, like they're cooking, or maybe they're just cleaning, and you just watch them? Not because anything crazy was happening, but because humans are wired to watch other humans do things they know how to do. So I always tell my students, your character is an expert at something. What are they an expert at? Because if you can answer that, your scenes instantly become more grounded. Here's an exercise I make my students do. Some of them hate it, some of them love it, but nobody actually forgets it. I tell them, find an activity with at least 10 steps. Go out and observe it. When I was a young man, my teacher asked me to do this in New York, and the internet wasn't what it is now, so we couldn't just look it up. We had to actually go watch real people do the job. So I went to Grand Central Station and observed a master shoe shine do his work. And I got to tell you, it was fascinating and it was revealing. Even a simple task like shining shoes, you can tell when the person's an expert at doing it. The way they move, how relaxed they are. There's an aura to the whole thing. And let me tell you this, it takes an insane amount of work to look like an expert at something you don't normally do. So in the second part of the exercise, you have to come back to class and perform the movements like you're the expert. That takes practice, rehearsal, effort. It's uncomfortable. And that's when it clicks. Realism isn't a vibe, it's behavior. Now, let me show you the mistake I see filmmakers make constantly. You've seen this. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. An actor is supposed to be an expert at something, but the moment they start doing the thing, you realize they have no idea how to do this. They've never done this before. The one I see the most is the trained assassin who doesn't know how to hold a gun. The actor looks unsure. The hands are wrong. The posture is wrong. The confidence is missing. And instantly, the illusion breaks. So here's the plan. It's simple. It's repeatable. And it works in any genre. Okay? 3 steps. Step number 1, decide your character's profession or skill. Step 2, train the actor so they look like an expert. Step 3, put that activity inside the scene. That's it. And here's the scene formula. One actor is doing an activity related to their job. Another character enters with an agenda. The scene begins. You've seen it a million times. Now you'll start writing it on purpose. Here's a great example from Dune. Jason Momoa is a military leader, a pilot, and he's going through landing routines, doing shutdown checks on an imaginary spaceship. Then Timothée Chalamet comes in to ask him something. Now, listen, they could have played this scene in a room. 2 people sitting at a table, just talking. But it's way more interesting because one character is busy working. It gives us something to watch. And what's funny is we have no idea if Momoa is doing the procedure correctly. It's an imaginary spaceship, but it doesn't matter because he looks like an expert and the audience goes with it. That's the magic. Now let's elevate it. Here's a scene in Kingdom of Heaven. Orlando Bloom is a smith. Someone comes in and wants something from him. Bloom trained extensively for this role. So the work looks real. The forge looks real. The heat becomes part of the scene. And then something powerful happens. At the end, the smith uses the sword he's forging to kill the other man. In other words, his profession becomes the instrument of change. Then the fire burns the building down, symbolically burning down his old life and sending him into a new adventure, into a new quest. That's not just realism, that's storytelling. Same here with this scene from The Hurt Locker. The bomb tech's nonchalant attitude while working tells you who he is, tells you how he thinks, tells you what this job has done to his nervous system. And notice in both scenes, the actors look comfortable, like they belong, like they're experts. Now, here's one of the best examples I've ever seen. This is from Game of Thrones, the introduction of Tywin Lannister, a calculating, cold, intelligent man. What's he doing? He's skinning a deer. Now, Tywin is rich. He doesn't have to do this. He could have a servant do it. But the filmmakers choose to show him doing it. And that tells us something. This man handles things personally. This man understands systems. This man does unpleasant work without emotion. And in the scene, he's teaching his son about duty. So the activity supports the theme, but it gets even better. The deer is the sigil of his enemy. So with one simple choice, the filmmakers tell you everything you need to know. This is not random realism. This is controlled symbolism. This is mastery. So why does it work? Because it anchors us to reality. It anchors the actor because they have to genuinely do something physical. And sometimes this can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. And it anchors the audience as well because we recognize real behavior. This is one of the reasons Brad Pitt eats in so many scenes. I believe in Ocean's 11, he eats in every scene. Why? Because you can't fake chewing. You can't fake swallowing. You can't fake being casual while eating. It forces truth into the moment, and that truth bleeds into the rest of the scene. It's smart, it's real, and it pulls us deeper into the world. One of my favorite examples of this technique is in La Femme, Nikita. This is early Luc Besson. An assassin is killing a woman from a hotel window while having a conversation with her boyfriend who's outside of the bathroom. And he has no idea what's going on. Now, think about how much more boring that scene would be if they had the same conversation over dinner. But the filmmaker chooses to stage it this way, and suddenly everything comes alive. It's tense, it's unforgettable. Here's the bonus most filmmakers don't realize. This structure is part of acting technique. It's part of the Meissner approach. Meissner actors train exactly like this. One actor is doing an activity inside of a room as if they were an expert, while another actor enters with something they want. They do this in acting class over and over again. So if you build scenes this way, you're not only writing better, you're making the actor's job easier. And look, sometimes you're already deep into your script. That's fine. And the scene just feels boring. Okay, here's how you fix it immediately. Give the actor something simple to do. Packing a suitcase, folding clothes, cleaning a weapon, wrapping a gift, repairing something small, cooking, tying a tie. It gives the actor behavior and it gives the audience something to watch because watching people talk is almost always less interesting than watching people talk while doing something real. So remember, one character is in a location doing an activity, another character enters with an agenda, and the scene develops from there. Use this in writing, use this in rehearsal, use it anytime your scenes feel flat. And I promise your work will instantly feel more real. If this hit home, hit like and subscribe and follow me for more filmmaking tips. And remember, don't just direct your movies, direct your life.